All right, what's happening, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Let's check it out. Drawing a line today. Gonna try to draw a line. I've always had, in the past, had trouble drawing a line on here, so figured I'm gonna try it again. And this is the reference photo, as you guys can see. Gonna try to draw a line. But before I do that, just want to say check out my website, schaeferfineart.com, if you want to see other drawings from past live streams and other drawings in general, and also some other paintings and stuff as well, watercolor paintings. Those are all for sale over on my website, schaeferfineart.com. So anyway, hopefully today will be better. This one has some pretty good lighting, it looks like, hopefully. So, see if I can do this. See if I can do this. So I'm just going to try to start out loosely, quickly, get the overall shape. And I think I might try to modify this one. I think I want to draw him in some kind of grass rather than on these rocks. I don't know, these rocks just don't seem that interesting to me compared to like if I made him look like he was in some kind of grass or something. So I think I might try to modify it a bit, to be honest. So it looks like his paw is actually down here. Where did my eraser go? Here it is. There we go. His paw's down here a bit. So I'll probably like draw some grasses, some taller grasses and stuff, rather than this rock in the front. I don't know, would he really be chilling like that in grass, like tall grass? Probably not, but it's okay. It just feels more natural, you know. I don't know about the whole rock thing. Just doesn't seem as cool to me. But anyway, what's going on, everybody? Henrique, Amanda, Sue, Dean, Nicole, Victor, LC Drawing, Trisha, what's happening? Brickitect fan, what's happening, everybody? Glad to hear that, Nicole. Glad you got some erasers. That's always good to have some of those. Looks like I drew it too long. So I need to move. I either need to make him smaller or. Okay, let's try to figure out. Okay, if it ends here and here. I'm going to try to figure out how big his head would be, because his head's probably just a little too big. So if this is the width, so it looks like his back end would be there, and then comes across up a little bit. Line of the shadow there. So sometimes I got to tweak this just a little bit, you know, to get things in the right spot. So his leg would be here. Probably, or is it bigger? Is it bigger? I think his leg is actually, yeah, his leg's actually bigger. His leg is actually about here. Just slightly. Foot, knee, something, blah. None of this really matters all that much. You know, it doesn't matter too much because they'll be obscured by some grasses and stuff that I'm going to put in, like I was saying. But I do want to get it, you know, pretty close. Obviously, since I had trouble with drawing lines in the past, let's try to make this one good. So if his paw ends here, then his face would be right in here somewhere. Kind of looks funny to have it just the outline like that. But I'll try to block in the main features of his face here, not get too carried away with detail yet. I'm still kind of blocking things in. I want to make sure I got things in the right spot as much as I can before I really commit to anything. His eyes are up here somewhere. Maybe right there, and looks like his snout is here. So his eyes kind of like that. Looks pretty nice, I think. So it looks like his nose, actually. His nose should end about here. Or I should move his eye over more. So a little bit wider. I think that looks a little bit better. And we'll try to cut the nose off where it needs to be. More cat-like, I guess. It looks like his ear is kind of like right here, something like that. Okay. Hopefully this turns out better than that lion I drew a few months ago. So I'm just trying to break it down into smaller shapes now, kind of trying to get the right, kind of seeing smaller shapes now. So like the side of his mouth and then the side of his face, rather than just one line, you know, it has a few different overlapping shapes and things. Starting to see. What's going on, Matthias? I think I forgot you as well. I saw you up there, of course. I apologize. Just trying to focus here, guys. I want to get this blocked in so I can start the inking, and then we're pretty much pretty good. So we're about 10 minutes in already. It's usually how it goes, like 10 or 15 minute pencil sketch. That's what I try to shoot for, and then get to the inking process. Just gotta make sure what I have down here. It's looking okay. Something about their mouth is always very difficult to capture. Pretty close though, pretty close. Some of this is a little bit too dark. Obviously I'm not going to make it, it's going to be a little different in the pin when I do the pin. You know, there's going to be a lot more contrast where there actually is a lot of dark. I just haven't drawn that in with the pencil because I'm going to do that with the pen. What I'm mainly doing, the lines that I put in now, I'm separating like light and shadow. That's kind of what I'm trying to give myself a little roadmap for when I start the pen. I kind of have an idea for, you know, the light versus the shadow. Or even just the light versus dark. Some areas it's not a shadow, but it is very dark, just with the way his fur is and everything. I wonder if I made him too long now. Looking at that, it looks very long. So we can double check that real quick. So here to there. Yep, it's too long. Little too long. Not too much, but I knew something was weird when I did the leg. So I can just tweak that a little bit. It's not a big deal. Try to make it more the way it is. Hopefully this looks a bit better. Yeah, that feels better, I believe. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Boom, one more time. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, some of this back here I'm not going to draw very detailed when I do with the pen, because I'm just going to cover it with grasses and stuff, so it's not too important really, like having everything, all these lines and stuff. I just want to get the idea of this knee here. And some darkness back here. Darkness on his belly. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Still looks pretty weird, but it's okay. I'm okay with it for now. Like I said, a lot of the stuff up here is going to be covered up. I'm trying to make him look like he's in his environment. So I'm just gonna lighten it up now. So yeah, we're about 15 minutes in and just finished the pencil sketch, or at least I got it to where I'm happy with. I think I can go with pen now. So, well, thanks. His face, I hope it turns out awesome. You know, it came together pretty well. So hopefully I can do it justice anyway. What's going on, Passion for Life? I like your name. It's pretty cool. Nicole, that's funny. She says, does this happen to you guys? Like when you buy a new eraser, you don't want to use it because it looks smooth or something? Yeah, you know, it's always hard when you get like a new tube of paint or something too. And you don't want to squeeze it and mess it up, and it's so, feels good to get something new like that. Definitely feels good. All right, folks, let's try to do this. Let's try to make this line count. And I'm not talking numbers, you know what I'm saying? But let's try to make this drawing look good. So I'm trying to keep my lines like kind of broken up, and it's kind of like that polar bear last week that I drew. It was pretty soft. It's got a lot of fluffy hair and stuff going on. So I don't have to be too crazy with the line work or anything. You know, just keep it looking furry. But well combed. Looks like he combs his hair pretty nicely. So I'm just kind of like seeing big pieces of hair, like big clumps, so I'm kind of just outlining some of those, or putting in some of those. It's easy to get caught up in all the little pieces everywhere, but you know, if I just think of it as a big clump, and then I can just put in some of the dark, some of the lights here and there. It's a lot easier to handle. But I don't need to get caught up in that right now anyway. It's not important. What's important is drawing the rest of him first, getting all that figured out. And I don't really want to draw a line at the bottom underneath this paw or anything, maybe a little bit here and there, but because I'm gonna have that grass in front of it, so I don't want it to look like he's sitting on this rock. So I'm kind of modifying what's there, so I don't want to put too much straight lines and stuff in there, because I want it to just look like it disappears into the grass, kind of. What's going on, Nathan? Thanks for tuning in. Can drawing tutorials help you improve your drawing skills? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as if you apply what they're talking about and you learn something, but if you already know it or something, or you don't understand the tutorial, then it's not going to be helpful. But yeah, I mean, how do you, I mean, that's how people learn. If you think of drawing class as a bunch of tutorials in a row, like that's all a tutorial is. It's tutoring you. That's what the word tutorial comes from. It's like tutoring, you know, it's a way of breaking it down and tutoring you. So if you're able to apply the knowledge, the concepts of the tutorial, then yeah, you can improve your drawing. But the way to improve it is by practicing the concepts, you know. And there have been times in the past where I watched like painting DVDs, when I used to do like oil painting. I watched these painting DVDs, and then right after I watched them and I would go paint, my painting would like, I don't, you know, it's very weird, but it's kind of true to say it, but like my painting improved instantly. Like I took a big leap just from seeing how professionals did it. And it wasn't just from watching the videos that made the improvement. It was that watching the videos, absorbing what they were doing, taking it all in. And then when I would go back to painting, I kind of would change the way I paint a little bit. You know, I would like, oh, okay, I need to do this. I need to do it this way. Try this thing out. And my painting just improved instantly. Like it's weird. So yeah, if you get the right tutorials and the right methods or the right concepts that work for you, that make sense to you, as soon as you start applying those things when you go to draw again, you're going to notice an instant difference, most likely. It's not always the case. Sometimes things are a bit difficult. They take a lot of practice, but sometimes you'll notice right away, like, wow, you know, just doing this one concept, doing it this one way or something, you'll notice like you improve instantly. So yeah, it is possible, I believe. Oh, that's pretty cool, Nathan. You have a lion piece in the works and you just finished a jellyfish piece. Well, I'm sure they're both going to be way different than what I'm doing. But yeah, I look forward to seeing those. That'll be really cool. Hope it goes well. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will definitely go well. I'm hoping what I'm working on right now goes well, but you know, I only spend like an hour or two in my pieces, so they're a bit different. You definitely put in the time for yours, so I'm sure it'll go well. Okay, let's keep going. Keep going here. Okay. Kind of avoiding the face for the moment. It's okay. Get there pretty soon. I just want to warm up a little bit before I get into something so critical, you know. I want to make sure my lines are pretty good. Yeah, the side of his face is very interesting here, so be careful with that. Where do I start? Let's try with his mouth. Something looks weird with the mouth. I think I made it too pointy or something. Just be a little bit lower. Okay, sorry folks, just focusing here a bit. Just spending a lot of time on the face because this is like the focal point. You know, the rest of it's like, it's not really needed that much. You know, there's not a whole lot to do with it. Especially since what I plan to do with it. I think I'm gonna have to add some white, like highlights on them for the light areas. I think that'll make it pop, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping. So his eyes are a bit tricky. Eyes are so small. They have an interesting shape. Hopefully I can get them well enough. Kind of like triangular almost. Yeah, goes down. At least that's what it looks like to me. So that's how I'm going to do it. Making progress here. I might have to put in some of the lights a little bit to kind of help me figure out where I'm going with this thing a bit. Or maybe put in some of the darks as well. So far I've kind of just outlined everything, or kind of, you know, put in some of the main lights and what am I trying to say? Main line work here. So I think I need to start going darker, filling in some of the values and stuff. Try to bring this thing to life, you know what I mean? Hopefully. Okay, just taking our time today, folks. No, I'm not tracing this. I did a pencil sketch first, and then I'm just doing ink over the pencil. So it's all freehand. Doesn't look traced, I don't think. Might look a little better if it was traced, probably. But I'm just trying to fill in some of the values now. A bit more. This one gets pretty dark in some areas. Yeah, I'm not completely happy with it. There's something about lines that I just can't draw. I don't know what it is. It's something with the hair, something with the lines that I make. It just doesn't go that well. It just doesn't. Something about it. But we'll keep going. We'll keep going here. There's still more values and stuff I need to add. It's just it always looks weird. It's almost like I overdo it or something. I overwork it. I don't know what it is. They're very challenging for me to draw. Probably better off like painting them, I guess. But we still got a little ways to go. Haven't even drawn in the rest of them yet. Which is okay. It's not a big deal. There's not going to be a whole lot of detail back here anyway. Doesn't need to be. just enough to give the idea what's going on. Yeah, exactly, Cubs win. Maybe watercolor a lion. Yeah, it's possible. I might do that polar bear that I drew last week. I have that one on the list too for painting. It might be pretty cool. Well, someone was very happy about Brazil, I guess. Okay, anyway. We'll keep going here. Yeah, needs to be more shadow here. That's what I'm missing. Missing some nice shadowing in here. Like I said, I might do some of the lights real quick in a minute, just to try to figure out where I'm going with this thing. There's so much subtlety on this too, because it's like he has light parts and shadow, and then brown parts and shadow, and there's all these different kinds of values that are going on. So it just takes a little bit of finessing to try to get all that to look right, and I don't know that I have yet. I don't know that I got it, but I do want to try to simplify all that, It's just sometimes the brown in light can look like white in shadow. So you get these conflicting looking values. Don't know if it's in light or is it in shadow. What's going on? What's happening? But there's definitely more shadow on this side of the face that needs to be explained. Oh, went too dark there. It's okay. Didn't want to make like a line like that. So I need to shade underneath his chin to pop his chin out. So that's something I'm kind of missing too. Most of his chin is in shadow, but it's white. It's kind of really light, so I'm going to leave it the tone of the paper. I'm going to try to. So I'm just trying to figure out all these values that are going on. So I think we're getting more of the idea there now. What's in shadow, what's in light. Looks like the kind of the outline of his head is a bit darker, so we'll try to get that to look more rounded. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put in some of the light here, try to see what this will look like. Might be too bright, I feel. But I feel like we gotta do something, you know. What's going on, Philip? What's happening? Benty Boo, what's happened? What's going on? You're not that late. We've only been on here for 40 minutes. We got a little more time. So I'm trying to figure out, like, on his face, if you guys see, do I do white on his face? I know, like, on his chin there's a little bit, and his whiskers and stuff. But, like, above his eye, is that white? You know, I guess I do. Gotta go for it. But I'm gonna start off with, I know his chin is really, like, the lightest part, so I'll try to make this good. See what this will look like. And I think we just got to go in with the mane too. You know, I think all this light part of the mane has to be filled in, I feel like. So I'm just going to go with what I feel here. Could be wrong, but let's just try it out. Some light on his paw down here. Light on this paw. A little bit of scattered light here in the hair. Have a good night, Passion for Life. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good one. Hope to see you back again. Appreciate you watching. Yeah, I think what troubles me too is like the negative shapes. It's always very difficult. I know that's something I struggle with. I have to come back in here with some black, some darks, a little bit to kind of fix everything up. So there's a little bit of light here on his mustache area, whisker area. This is all very light as well. Try to put that in. And above his nose, it's very light. Yeah, maybe we can put some of this on his face. Come on, pen, if you keep writing. And a bug flying around. Okay. I think I see a problem here. I think I see one problem. So this needs to come down just a bit, possibly. That. Maybe even more. We'll put in a little bit of scattered light here. It's a bit darker up there, his hair's a bit darker, but I still want to show that There are some areas of light, highlights kinda. So only where it's very bright, try to put something just a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy with the white, but it does need it. It definitely does need it. Okay. Just a little on the side of the face as well. All right, not bad. It's not too bad. There we go. Okay. Feel good about that, I think. We'll move on to the next part. Some little fancy hair on this side, getting hit by some nice light. I'll try to space out some of this light down here. There we go. Okay. Just a little bit there. Paws are definitely pretty light, so maybe I make those light as well. Just trying to show a little area of highlight there on his body. He has it's weird fur, the way that it bunches up sometimes. You know, you get this sheen of light. So just trying to show that a bit. You know, he has like this short kind of fur. I mean, I don't know too much about it. I ain't been that close to a lion before, luckily, but you can kind of tell, you know, it's kind of like a dog that has short hair, you know, and you look at it a certain way and the light kind of shines certain angles and stuff. So just trying to show some of that here. As it curves under into the shadow. Still not the best. Still very weird, man. Still very weird. What's the difference? Like, I need to look at other animals I draw. Like, why does the lion not come out that good every time? Maybe it's the white that I add on the face? I don't know. See, I mean, this bunny looks really good. There's different lighting. The lighting's different. You know? Yeah, something there, man. There's something there I'm missing. Not sure what it is. Some kind of subtlety or too much white or too much of something. I don't know what it is. There's something the line that I draw always misses. Maybe I just need to put the grass in the foreground as well, kind of bring it together a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, background. That's good. That's true. That's true. I think it needs a foreground and a background. I agree. Ah, come on. Yeah, are the darks not unified enough? Or they're not dark enough? There's something there. Oh my God, why is this? Just put them in timeout. I don't want to. I don't care about their comment. If you're gonna just say that over and over and over, then get out of here. Okay. Okay. It's all good, man. You just, nobody likes somebody that just comes on and promotes themselves like that, Add something constructive to the community and do your own thing. Just go out and make videos. People will find them. The direction the lines are going? Yeah, it's possible too. It's possible too. Like the way I did this didn't really follow the form. But there's just something about the spidiness of it too. When I look at my other stuff, like this has lines going all crazy. Where's another animal? Okay, that one's not that great. That one's okay. Maybe it's like more unified lights and darks. You know? Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. But yeah, maybe let's just keep working on it. Let's just start doing like the grasses. The foreground, we'll start putting in some grasses and stuff. The line hairs shouldn't be so stiff. Okay. How do I make them less stiff? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like more like the grass, it should just be more free and flowing and stuff. Some of these should probably be sticking out a little bit more. I do need to come back in and kind of carve some of these, the white a little bit better. Some of the darks. Kitties are tough subjects. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Philip. You get it. You got it. You understand the struggle. Struggle is real. Yeah, let's just add some grass and stuff. Let's see what happens. You know, we'll start off with some black. We'll add in some white. Just try to give it a little more context. Try to hide some of the nonsense that I drew. I probably went too dark down here. But I don't know. We'll see what I can do. We'll see if I can bring this together. It's gonna look stupid at first until I put in some of the white grasses, because I mean it's all mostly in light, so I need some white grasses as well. All around him. No worries, JSA drawing. You know, just people don't like, most people don't like if you just spam your comment and say, check out my comment, check out my stuff, check out this, check out that. Like, I get what you're saying, and I hope you keep up drawing, hope you keep pursuing to be an artist and do what you love to do. And I appreciate you watching, appreciate you commenting and tuning in. You know, you just gotta, you know, I'm sure there's people out there that will check out your stuff. Just don't be spammy about it, you know, and don't be disrespectful about what's happening right now. You know, just enjoy talking with other people about art and stuff, and people are going to check out your stuff, you know. But anyway, I hope you keep it up, keep going, have fun, man. Just have fun and enjoy yourself. And yeah. This lion image is on unsplash.com. So if you go to unsplash and just type in lion, this is probably one of the top photos on there. You'll probably find it. That's where I get a lot of my photos now. Pixabay is another good one, but Unsplash is pretty good. They have some pretty good high quality kind of images that you can use commercially, no attribution required. So yeah, unsplash.com, definitely go check it out. Like I said, in the search, just type in lion and you'll find it. All right, let's add some white grasses. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, just, don't get discouraged. Like I always say at the end of my videos, like don't get discouraged, keep on drawing, keep on painting, don't get discouraged. And just keep making videos, keep going with what you want to do in life, and don't worry about how many views you get or how many subscribers. Just keep trying to improve your art, keep trying to improve what you're doing. And once you get to a point where your drawings look as crappy as the one that I'm drawing, then you'll have a few people following you. And once you get a few, one or two people commenting on your videos, then reply to them. Make sure you keep up talking with them, build a relationship. It's not about how many you get. It's about the quality of each viewer. It's something something I struggle with myself and battle with from time to time. I want more viewers and more this, more that, but really it's the quality of the videos you make, the quality of the art you do, the quality of the people you hang around with. I mean, that's what really matters. It's not about being the most or the best or this or that. It's about just being authentic, being yourself, and not worrying about everybody else, what everybody else is doing. And you'll eventually get somewhere, I don't know why I'm putting dots, but it just, I don't know, gives it some kind of texture. Less flat, I don't know. Or it just looks stupid. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, no problem. JSA drawing, no problem. I mean, if you go back to my early videos, if you go look at the very first video I did with my face in it, and when I was talking and stuff, like, I look like a moron. I sound like a moron. I was young, 20-something, and could barely talk. I was nervous, and it just takes years to just keep practicing, keep going. And you'll get there eventually. If you just keep focusing on that one thing, that one goal. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. That's what I'm doing here today. Even though I don't really like this drawing, I'm just keep going and try to fix it, try to do something. I don't know. But how much white grass can I draw? Let's see. Let's just try to go with like a Guinness World Record here. How much white grass can I make? I don't know. Oh boy, I don't know, folks. I really don't know. You know, I tried. We'll put some black just in front of some of the white and just give it a little more layers here and there to what's happening. Try to darken some areas. Maybe close to them over here, there's some shadow. Like the way the light's going, I guess, would be casting some kind of shadow here, possibly a little bit. But there would be white grass in front of him, so. Just trying to make it look more natural. Maybe you need some more dynamic line work too, maybe. I think we go darker on his face here. I think I really want to push the contrast. I think that's probably what it's missing, at least right here on his face. So I'll put some small whiskers too, just to, I feel like he probably needs some. Even though I can't really I can't see them in the photo. And then maybe darker here. Try to connect this dark all the way around his face a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite. Not my favorite drawing I've ever done. But you know, I knew this was gonna be a struggle. I don't know why. I don't know why lines are just some reason I just struggle with them. I guess I need more practice. I need to do more of these. But I'm glad I tried. Maybe I just went too dark overall. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know why I struggle with the lines so much. You know, it is interesting. I was looking back at, yeah, I think I put too much white. That was the problem. Too much white. I wish I could get some of that off. Because when I look at, I did a rhino that was really good, and I only used white for the background. Let's see if I can find that one. It's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I mean, look at this. you know, and that gives a sense of light, even though, and all the lines I did were vertical, at least, you know, except for some of these things. So, you know, maybe this, should I do some kind of background here around his head, maybe, you know, to give it, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might as well just try something, I guess. You know, I got like 10 more minutes I can give on here, so. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. No, that's a good point, Derek. You know, I've done that as well. Like, even when it's going pretty bad, sometimes I push through and it actually gets better. So, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's just, this one's one of those that I struggle with, and I think I don't like what I did here with the face. I wish I wouldn't have done. I think there's only a few areas where I should have gone really bright, and I put too much light on its face here. And yeah, I don't know. And that's a good point, Sue. Maybe it's all in my mind as well. If I think I'm not good at drawing lines, then I won't be good at it, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe we should do some lines in the background for like the sky or something, you know? Somebody said add a tree, but I don't want anything too distracting back there, you know? I like making it about the animal. So, normally when I draw grass in the front, I don't really add a background, but I feel like at this point, let's just try it, like, because I already don't like it, so might as well just try to do something back here. I don't know if I should do dark or light. The lion has cancer, I think. It might. It kind of looks like it, unfortunately. Yeah. He's not doing too well. He's not doing too well. So I feel like, should I do like a light background and maybe it'll give more context to the rest of the tone? No, I'm not going to draw the rocks. I decided to do grass instead of rocks. I kind of like the feeling of it being in grass better. So I kind of modified that part of it. Oh, folks, what do I do? What do I do? See if I can get rid of some of this white. I probably could put a little bit of water on there and get rid of it, but it would ruin the paper if I put water on there. So that's kind of a bummer, but it looks like my eraser's picking up some of it. Let's see if I can aggressively at least tone it back a little bit. It's kind of working, actually. So if I can get some of this white off. Yeah, see, that's the problem. There, now it looks better, actually. I think it looks starting to look better. Luckily, that white pen isn't very permanent. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Derek. Sleep on it, but no way, man. This is really, with these kind of drawings I do on these live streams, it's just experimentation everywhere, you know? It's just always, I'm like experimenting with things. I've never tried this on the live stream before. I never tried to like get rid of some of the white by erasing it. Normally I add like more black in there, but I don't really want to do that. But see how it looks a little bit better now? Like because it gives you more context to the highlights, which are just like here and here. Like that's where it's very bright, like right down here. So that's kind of, maybe even some of this I'll get rid of, but if I could get rid of some of this on his body too. And now I think if I put a white background in, it'll really I think it'll make this look darker. So I think I might give it like some kind of white background, at least just around his head, like some kind of halo looking thing. And I think it'll really darken everything that I want to darken, that I want to be darker. So let's try it, I guess. Let's just try it. I'm here. You guys are here. I'm here. Let's do it. This looks better. I feel better about it now, actually. So I'm happy about that, actually. You know, it's still not perfect, of course. It's not like the greatest thing ever, but I do feel better about it. Just trying to squint and look at my subject, trying to see like areas of more darkness. Just a little bit more, trying to. But yeah, I think I'd do that white in the background and then see what that might do. Don't do what? What don't I do? Okay, well, let's do it. Let's go for it, folks. Here we are. Moment of truth. Let's see if I can get this pen to work. I've been testing it up here. Although the paper kind of tears out, so this is stuff that would stay in the notebook if I ever tear this one out. So, yeah. This is gonna look weird with the grass in the front, I don't know, but let's go for it. It's gonna look weird at first until you get all of it down. That's what always happens. But I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to come back with the black pen and kind of redefine some of the outlines and stuff. But for now, we'll just focus on this white, do some vertical lines. We'll just try to get a light value back there. Try to give more context to the rest of the lion. That's all I'm really focusing on, just more context of the values. I should have started this way because now my hand's going to be resting on what I just drew, but try not to do that. That was a rookie mistake. But it happens. Happens to the best of us. Try to fade some of this out slowly. So I'm not resting my hand on the paper, I'm using my pinky. I'm kind of just having my pinky on the page there with my hand lifted up. Oh, the water thing I said, yeah. Yep, I agree. Don't do the water thing. Well, I don't know if I'm a fan of this either, but I had to try it. I had to just see what we were working with here. Come on, pen. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, for this, not the greatest drawing ever, but, you know, we try. We just, every day, try to do something different and see what happens. You never know. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're not so good, sometimes they're really bad. It's just the way life goes, you know. Not everything you're going to create is just going to be good. It just takes practice and patience and experimentation to figure out what works, what doesn't work, what you're good at, what you need more practice with, you know. And that's what I always figure out. I'm always learning. And that's what's important for me, just to keep learning, keep pushing myself, trying things that just challenge me a bit. So let's see if we can try to bring a line into the foreground just a bit more in some areas. So I'm not looking at the reference photo as much anymore. I'm kind of just seeing what it needs. You know, okay, let's make his ear a bit bigger. It's just, why not? You know. Draw some grasses in front of this a bit more. Yeah, pretty crazy. Not perfect, but I tried. Folks. I always try to do my best, try to push it, see how far we can, you know. Sometimes it's a mistake, sometimes it helps it, you know. But you never know until you just go for it and then see what happens. So, is it better? I don't know. I don't know if it's better, but I can say at least I gave it my all and I tried everything to, you know, prove it, and I don't regret like not trying anything. So I'm happy with that, at least in that sense. Yeah. Pretty wild, pretty chaotic, pretty different, but well, it's very different, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes they're different, sometimes they're more interesting. You know, I could sit here all day and kind of fix up the background and get it more perfect or whatever, but I think I'm pretty good with this one. We're an hour and a half in, so I mean, that's pretty good. If anybody has any questions or anything, like if I missed something you asked, just let me know again. I'll be checking the chat in just a minute before I get off here, but oh, hold it up? Okay. I was wondering what you were trying to say. Hold it up. Okay. I can do that. Give me 1 second here. So I'll give you guys like a different view of it, just so you can see like further away. So, not bad. I mean, I think I unified the shadows and the light a bit more now. Once I got rid of those highlights and I put the light background in, it really darkened the tone of him and made him more brown looking. So I think that helped kind of unify him a bit more, the light effect. So tomorrow I'm gonna be painting a pumpkin with lit by candles. So it's gonna be a very dark kind of painting, and very warm. So something different I haven't really done before. Yeah. Put a little white on the chin. I mean, there is already. Where do you want me to put it? Boom, there's white there. You mean in the shadow area? And there's already white right here. But yeah, and then Wednesday I'm gonna be drawing an elephant, which elephant's gonna look cooler than this one, I hope. You know, this white tusk against the dark body, it's gonna look cool. So yeah. Yeah, check your subscriptions page. It'll already show you what I have scheduled this week. And I actually tonight I have to schedule the next two, I think, or the next. There's a critique at the end of the week as well. So if anybody's still on here, if you want your art critiqued, Friday I'm going to be doing a critique. So send your artwork to my email. So if you go to my website, schaeferfineart.com, my email's on there. If you click that little envelope icon you see there on your screen and on my website, or you go to my contact page, you can see my email on there. So be sure to send your art. Just send one piece if you can, please, to info@schaeferfineart.com. So, yep. So definitely check all that out. I have other page on there too. Yeah, I know today's Tuesday. Yeah, Friday I'm doing a critique. It's one episode 110. Today's 1.7, tomorrow's 1.8, Thursday's 1.09, Friday's 110. So, I always do critiques like every 10 episodes. There already is white on his chin. There already is white on his chin. His chin is in shadow, so I'm not gonna look at the reference. His shadow, his chin is in shadow, so I'm not gonna put white on there. Everybody just wants me to give him a white beard or something, but so anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah, like I said, tomorrow, check your subscriptions page. It'll show you when I'll be streaming in your location. It'll tell you. Oh, okay. Thursday I'm doing an elephant. Sorry, I get what you're saying now. Yeah. So tomorrow, pumpkins. Thursday is an elephant, and then Friday's a critique. So, and I always switch it up. So one day I'll do pen, the next day I'll do watercolor, the next day I'll do pen. So I just alternate like that for everybody. So for anyone new out there, that's kind of how it works. So today was pen and ink, tomorrow watercolor, the next day will be pen and ink again, and then I'll do a critique. I was thinking of doing a little white glint on his eye, but I think we're good. I can try it. I don't know that it's going to do anything. There we go. Brought it to life, I guess. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. See you tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate all you guys. So tune in tomorrow for watercolor painting. I'm excited.